SimWorld presents Around the Table with E and the Fat Man.
What's up, everybody? It's the B.O.B., and I'm here with another solo edition of Around the Table with E and the Fat Man. Around the Table is the podcast where me and E talk about whatever we want. Today, we'll probably touch on this topic. I want to do a little fun one. We'll probably do this again. Maybe me and E will try and build our own teams. But I wanted to talk about if you could pick two players on offense and two players on defense of any football movie to start a team. So two offense, two defense. Who would you pick? And there are so many great choices here. But I'm going to start on the defensive side of the ball. I'm going to go with the obvious choice, Bobby Boucher. Bobby Boucher, he is a ridiculous athlete. And I think that he would be a great addition to start any team. He's all over the field, play a little bit of offense if you need him to. He plays every down player, offense, defense, special teams, doesn't matter, he'll do it. For my second defensive player, for me, it's not that hard. We'll say Bobby Boucher from the Waterboys. Sorry for those that don't know who he is. If you don't know who he is, you probably shouldn't be watching this. Just kidding. The other player, I would have to go with Steve Latimer from the program. Probably a little bit of controversial pick. Probably wouldn't be able to stay on the field for some of those controversial reasons. Let's just assume that they aren't drug tested in this league. But he was, I don't know a good family-friendly term to use for him. He was just an absolute freak. Always ready to go. But I just think having Bobby Boucher and Steve Latimer on the defensive side of the ball to anchor that defense, I think most offenses would be afraid with what was coming at them. On the offensive side of the ball, this is where it gets a little more trickier. There's so much talent across every position when it comes to a football player in the movies. Wide receiver probably would be a smart choice to go with, but if you don't have a good quarterback to throw him the ball, it doesn't really matter who's at receiver. So for me, I'm going to start with my quarterback, and I would go with Shane Falco from the Replacements. Shane Falco, he's that underdog story. Had a poor ending to his college career that really affected his life as a pro. Came in as a replacement player, but just the leadership qualities that he shows, the growth that he shows throughout the movie is huge. So I would definitely, I would want Steve Falco back there leading the team. I'm going to double dip. I'm going to double dip in two ways. I'm going to double dip from the same movie. I'm going to double dip because I'm going to take a set of brothers. I make up the rules as I go. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to go with Jamal Jackson and Andre Jackson from the Replacements on that offensive line. Doesn't matter who just like it doesn't matter who's at receiver. If the quarterback can't get him the ball, it doesn't matter who's at quarterback if they can't keep him upright. So I'm going to take the brothers. They were a great pairing on that offensive line. Both playing guard, so we would solidify that inside a little bit. It would matter a little bit who that center was, but with the talent that they have, I would say that you could probably have a below average center, and the inside of that the inside of that offensive line would be pretty solid. That was a tough one for me because I would love to take Billy Bob from Varsity Blues. I can't remember the kid's name or the guy's name from Remember the Titans, but he was another good one. But yeah, so give me Shane Falco, Jamal Jackson, Andre Jackson on offense. Give me Bobby Boucher and Steve Latimer on defense. What do you guys? Who would you guys take if you were building an offense and if you were building a football team from movie characters? Who would you take to start your offense and your defense? Let us know, and I appreciate you guys listening as always, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend.